Okay, big weather's coming in. You may hear the thunder, so we're gonna get through this quickly. I'm gonna let you know a little bit about each one. So here is mug number one, incredibly comfortable and light with kind of a delicate four-finger handle and an incredibly smooth cuppable base. A little bit wonky rim and a rich green interior. Okay, number two, I don't have a name and I don't know if I'm going to do this one again. Maybe it's, I think I like it. It's a little spicy, but this is perhaps the most comfortable, one of the few most comfortable mugs. This is delightful. It's got little divots that just make every touch point very grippable. And there we go, a lovely, very smooth base. Number three, this is a Blue Flow prototype. It's deeper colors than I normally make. And this is a very delicious mug. Oh, the last mug was 17 ounces. This one is 23 ounces. And it's got a deep blue base. Not picking up very well on the camera. It also has a smoothed down little pit right in here, which is gonna make this a top shelf misfit, I believe. But it's not very noticeable. There's also a little juicy drip right here that you can feel when you're cupping it. Okay, mug four is kind of a rainbow grotto variation. You know, a lot of people have wondered about what a weird shape this is, and it kind of looks messy, but this is the most composed shape that I've made. The divots are just delicious, the way it cups. It's very orchestrated and very, very intentional and very comfortable. But enough about that. Let's look at the glaze. And just a lovely, lovely, perfectly balanced, not too thin, not too thick, four-finger handle. And this one is 18 ounces. Okay, mug number five. This is a Molten Cheetah, and it's another divot mug that has a really wide, stable base. And you know, another thing is I like to just use my mugs. Whoop, there we go. Use my mugs sometimes as a stimming tool, and the bottoms polish with use. And I really love the simplicity of this mug. And it's also notched, so you can hold a tea bag in it. Okay, here's another one of the weirdly shaped but very intentional mugs. I put some very gentle grooves in it. They're just gentle. They add some gentle variation. And then the divots that make it nice to grip. Just all the different ways you can hold this really pretty mug. I think I'm calling it a Rainbow Flow variation. And this is like your quirky, fun, but incredibly nurturing friend. This is the vibes that this one gives me. Okay, another Rainbow Flow variation. You know, for the size of this mug, which the last one I think was 20 ounces, this is also 20 ounces. It's very light. And pardon the autofocus. And a speckled plum interior. I had to grind a little bit off, but I ground it down really smooth, and it's got a couple of juicy drips right there. It's very flat, stable, and very cuppable. A nice mug. Okay. These next ones are spoon rests, or you could put your incense on it. And they're similar, but each, come on, a little bit different. There we go. And I think that I will have 6. I've got 3 different kinds of these. Okay. And now I have 6 of these. There we go. 6 of these Chaos Flow bowls. They're similar. Like each one has a really dynamic spot, and the dynamic spot may be different on each one. But they are all glazed with the same glaze. Wow. And they hold 14 ounces. So they may have a oval rim, a couple of divots, little filled in pits, or maybe a tiny grind at the bottom. Yeah, you know, I'm gonna wow. So super excited about this combo. Can you hear the rain? Okay, and then the next, I made 4 small mugs with the same combo. And again, they're all glazed similarly. Come on, there we go. But they're all different. Or they're all glazed similarly, but they are all also unique, but the colors are the same. So if you buy like 2, you'll know which one is yours and which one is not. So in the paperwork, I think Janet said that this was her comfort pick. And again, a Purple Mountain Majesty prototype, not there yet, but a nice lavender interior. Uh-oh. So the bowls were 14 ounces. These are 22 ounces on this one. And another very intentionally crafted, oddly shaped mug. Reminds me of Gilda Radner, I think, was the one that was talking about comfort over fashion when she hit 40. And the bottom is so soothing. All right, here is a bit of a weirdo fun glaze and a super comfortable, kind of hefty mug. Really comfortable. Come on, there we go. And, you know, kind of has like a painted desert vibe. Little cactuses. And this one is 24 ounces. Okay. I was being a little naughty. with the shape, and I had to put something naughty on as a glaze. It's called Spicy Cavern. And you know, I like where it is starting. I have a little bit more refining to do on it, probably this top pink part, but all this is really cool. And the handle, it's slightly different than I normally make, but it really fits quite perfectly with this mug. It's got a spot that I had to grind down and a couple of juicy drips down there. All right. And that one was 21 ounces. And this is a cinnamon grotto variation. This is probably my most, my most favorite shaped, of this shaped mug. This might be my favorite one so far. Just a perfect, okay, I'm gonna have to figure that out. Give me a little bit of patience, and if I end up doing this style again, I'll get that figured out. But just lovely, lovely, very cozy. Okay, come on, there we go. And another cinnamon grotto variation. This one's subtle, but when you put it under bright light, wow, it really pops. And this is another very cozy mug. Come on, there we go. And a deep green, translucent interior. Almost done. And a really lovely, an egg vase. You know, vases aren't typically meant to be held, but this is incredibly comfortable. So if you got some kind of ritual, or maybe you just have a straw and you drink a Mai Tai out of it like a coconut. Okay. This can be a smudge vase or a bud vase, but I am using, well, not this one. I've got another one that is like this one that I use for to make my, my sweet potato slips. And so you can use it for that. Just, isn't that beautiful? And it's cozy to hold. Okay. And then I wanted to see just a super simple mug. And the grooves are all smoothed. This is a small mug. Come on. A small mug. It is 14 ounces, but incredibly comfortable. And here's a chunky mug. It's a turquoise grotto. It's Hefty. This is 20 ounces, holds 20 ounces, and it says it's 18 ounces, which it feels heavier to me, honestly. It might be because the weight is being held at the base. So my husband, this is his favorite kind of mug. He likes the weighty mugs at the bottom. Okay, and I got out of order. I made here's another batch of just really simple spoon rests. So I made a light color one and then an earthy brown colored one, and then the next one coming up is a Stellar Chaos. And so they're all very similar. And and they're a little bit brighter, not much, than what the camera is picking up. Okay, and lastly, so they're all different. These are Stellar Chaos. So anyway, if you can hear, the storm's starting to pick up. So I'm gonna go edit this video and get it posted. Bye.